Hello and welcome to another episode of Frugal Finance. So we're going to go over to the two bedroom bungalow, which is eventually going to be a full blown house. It already had one story in it already, so we're going to go over there and get a quick update. It's been a little while because there's not really been an awful lot of action, if I'm honest, because the contractor had a few material problems and there was various professionals that needed to give us calculations on things like the steels and the beams and the rest of it. So we'll basically crack on over there once we've just got through this traffic. We only live a few minutes around the corner, but it takes us ages to get there because that's how it rolls at the moment. Anyway, if you do like this, please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, comment in the sections below in the comment section. Let me know if there's anything I haven't covered that you want to know about. And with that said, we'll crack on in. So here we are at the 2-bed stroke, going to be 4-bed bungalow that we're doing the refurbishment. As you can see over here, quite a lot of demolition works going on. We've got the scaffold up and all that kind of jazz. So we'll just go on in and have a look round. Been quite a lot of delays and various things. Most of these delays have actually been in receiving these big things here, the steels. So we had to get the calculations done on those in order for us to get building regs and various other calculations and things for those. It's a complicated process, but basically a professional has to come here, measure up, do some designs. Obviously they have to be signed off by building regs or a specialist team. We don't actually use the local building regs. They come and they inspect it, make sure the contractors installed them correctly, they're the correct length and so on, because obviously if the calculation is incorrect, someone has to have some insurance in place for that. So as you can have a look, as you can probably see behind me here, we've got the main bit of the structure up really. So I'm hoping probably next week we will have the kind of roof covering, the OSB board and the rest of it all sort of sorted up here. So if we come on in through here, you'll probably be able to see it a bit better, but basically up there you'll see that we're part way, or most of the way through completion with the OSB board. So I'm hoping next week we should have somebody coming in to do the roof coverings, and then that should actually make the building we call weather tight. So it'll be weathered. It won't be watertight because we'll have to put the some boarding over the openings for the windows, and obviously you've also got this in here with the kitchen. So one of the things that we did in here was actually we made this opening slightly smaller, because this depth here was only originally about to here, and that is actually less depth than the worktop, and the worktop design will be coming along here. So we actually need to extend this wall across, and you'll see in a minute when we go outside there's all brickwork being done. So all of these openings up, they might be left or boarded up a little bit whilst we wait for the windows to arrive, but really now in a good position that we can get the building kind of watertight, then we can get the kind of first fixes done. As you noticed probably from last time, there's no electrics and things like that. You can see up here obviously you've got cables where the sparkies have been in here, and they have literally stripped out everything in here. They put some temporary supplies and so on. So yeah, pretty much everything in here is all now ready to go when we've got it weather tight and a bit more watertight for us to do all the first fix and second fix at a later date. So if we come out into the garden here, you'll see there's been a fair chunk of work. So we've cleared all of this out of here. If you remember from last time, there was like a greenhouse arrangement here. There's still some further works to be done, but basically the sleepers, we have some sleepers at the back, being pretty plain. All of that's going to go, find out what's underneath that. We're going to also sort out this shed arrangement here, make it much more into a more usable space, maybe for a home office. So come back here and I'll swap with Jay and stand over here. You do that so you can probably see the structure a bit better up above me here. And you'll notice this on this side here, there's actually like a little dip in, and that's where we're going to have a Juliet balcony. So we're going to have a double doors in opening inwards on that, but then you'll have this glass panel to stop you falling out, obviously. So that will give a nice view back across probably where you were looking at when we were around the other way, where Jay's standing with the camera. You can see here we've built the two end elevations out of brickwork, which gives it a much nicer feel and a much nicer look. It doesn't look like a big extension. If you can have a look at maybe most of the other ones down the street here next door and so on, they actually are hung tiles, so they look more like an extension. So this will look less like that. So hopefully that will make the property look a lot nicer. So yeah, so that's kind of the sort of quick update here really. I'm hoping probably by the end of next week or next fortnight at least, we'll have it all weather tight, everything nice. Then we can start getting some of the internal trades, plasterers, stud walls up, all that kind of stuff, and it will really start coming together then. We can probably start looking at the assembly of the kitchen in the next sort of 2 to 4 weeks, I suppose. Most of that's flat pack and bits of it are in the front of the property, so it'll be good to get that kind of unpacked and start cracking on. So yeah, with the wind behind us, I think maybe kind of, you know, end of February, March time, we should actually really have something that actually looks like it's a shell and not like a shell even, more livable. So anyway, if you do like the video, please don't forget to subscribe, comment below. Do feel free to leave any comments you want at all. They do help with the YouTube algorithm in terms of recommending the video to other people. At the end, we'll look at all the finances. At the moment, we're pretty much on track with things, and I know people often like to talk about those. So if you want to know anything in the meantime, please do put it in the comment section below, or if there's any other bits you feel like you want me to do. One of the things I would say, obviously, at this stage, we're probably a little bit over budget in terms of time. Obviously I'll probably touch on that when we do a final video, because there's been a cost implication to that. So anyway, as I say, if you like the video, please don't forget to smash the like button, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and comment below, and I shall see you in the next one. Just a quick one. So like, we had this question a few times, and actually part of some training that we do at work was actually questions about this particular strap here, if you like, and why these are here. The simple reason is the actual roof structure itself is kind of plonked on top, if you like a lid on a saucepan, and it relies upon the weight of the roof in order to hold it down. So it doesn't actually really need tying to the brickwork. The problem is when you get storms and you get this kind of pressure from the wind as it blows, you get this kind of effect where the roof can sort of suck off a little bit for where the wind is basically using its force to push up the one elevation or one pitch of the roof. So what they do nowadays, which they didn't used to do, is actually tie down these sections here just to give it some extra security. So that's what these are here for. Now obviously this will all get plastered over, you won't see any of this, but it's an interesting feature because a lot of people think, what is the point of this tiny little strap? But if you have a look in here, we've actually got one in the kitchen as well. There's actually two here. So you can see that the roof here is obviously held down at these 2 points by what appears quite thin little straps, but actually they're quite meaty and they do serve a purpose. Right here it's not right on the coast, although we're in the southeast, so it does get pretty windy down here. But definitely you would need these nowadays if you were nearer to the coast, and you will find if you Google and stuff on things, you know, what the purpose of these are. So it's just a little bit of extra bonus footage for you there, because some people have asked what they were.